that time of the weekend. That's right, people. Death Battle has officially came back from the inner insanity of Rooster Teeth's shutdown. It has officially come back. And, of course, what better way to start out the season other than having the father of this idiot fight J.K. Simmons. Or you might know him as Omni Man. Okay, so when it comes down to this fight, this was actually something that I really did want to get more into. And I like the concept and I like the idea. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a pretty big Dragon Ball fan. Obviously, I love the series, and while I haven't read up that much on my page, I'm actually a really big fan of Invincible. So yeah, I was actually pretty excited to hear that this was going to be the season premiere, and I wanted to see what would happen with it. And, of course, this was probably going to be an interesting matchup. One that was probably going to be a very close one, and Bardock lost. Yeah, Bardock lost. I'm not going to be beating around the bush with it. And, surprisingly, I don't like the results there. Yeah, sorry. I don't agree with the results here, and I'm just going to come out and say it. I call cap on this episode. I am really just dumbfounded because they were adding Super Saiyan to the continuity to it, and yet he still lost? At the same time, though, they were like throwing around some weird ass power scaling shit, and a lot of it really didn't make any sense whatsoever. Hell, they even said that he can easily be scaled to King Vegeta, who was able to destroy 3 planets with the flick of his wrist. And it's never brought up again. When asked for Omni Man, his highest feat was easily debunked because, well, he wasn't the only one who destroyed the planet. Yeah, I'm sorry. This pissed off the power scalers, and I highly disagree with the results when it came to this episode. Funnily enough, everything else about the episode was pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, obvious is obvious. I do gotta admit, this episode was just beautiful to look at in general. Okay, granted, it wasn't perfect or anything, but goddamn, was this shit beautiful. I'm not going to deny it. Devil Artemis, what more is there to say that I haven't said before? I love how he animates things. And I can't wait to see how he's going to do Kratos versus Ashura when it comes out. And this is just beautiful to look at in general. I instantly died laughing at this Mortal Kombat reference here, and it was just genius to think about, and it kind of makes me want to see Bardock in Mortal Kombat. Make that canon somehow, that's awesome. Also, this is probably my favorite moment in the entire episode, basically where Omni-Man rips off the tail of the Ozaru and basically uses it to yeet Bardock into space. That was just overall hilarious. Also, the dialogue in the episode, it was really good. I really gotta praise the performances on both sides. Cameron Nakad's Bardock was extremely good. I found his performance to be pretty fucking spot on. Sunny Stray would be proud. And of course, Tom Selleck returning as Omni-Man. That was also, pretty good, but I don't know. I like Cameron's voice acting better. And of course, I gotta praise the Super Saiyan transformation here when it comes to Artemis again. Of course, the lighting on this, it's just fucking beautiful. Chef's kiss. Praise the Artemis here. Which makes the death in the episode even more weird. Where they both clash with one another, and despite Bardock being in Super Saiyan form, he gets knocked out of it and his arm destroyed. What? Yeah, I know this seems more of a nitpick, but it seems a little weird that Omni-Man of all people was able to knock Bardock out of a Super Saiyan form. It just seems a little weird to me, honestly, and it kind of is a weak death in the series. That's just me, though. I kind of get where people are coming from when they say they like it, but I find it a little weird. And of course, there's another thing that I need to praise about the episode: the music. Solid State Invincible is a great track. Brandon Yates, he does his work again, and it is a bop. I wouldn't say I would put it up there with Reverse Rose, Princes of Pride, or Fallen Gods, but is it really not a great bop to listen to? So, what are my final thoughts when it comes to this fight? Beautiful animation, great track, love the dialogue. The results, I do not agree with, still to this very day. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a real shame because everything else in the episode was pretty damn good in my opinion. Yeah, the thing is, if Bardock wouldn't have won this fight, I would have probably given it like an 8, maybe a 9. But since the results were that bad, I'm gonna have to give it like a 5. Yeah, while the episode is really bad, I'm not going to deny that. There are at least aspects where I can say, yeah, I like the animation, I like the voice acting, I like the dialogue that it has. But the results, yeah, I'm not going to be around the bush. They're pretty bad. Okay, and now with that being said, Death Battle is officially back. There are some episodes that I'm excited for, some that I'm not. Some might surprise me. Who knows what this year is going to bring out. So, join me next time when we get to one of my favorite video game franchises and one of my favorite animes. That's right, people. It's time for a very highly requested fight that a lot of people have been wanting to see for years. So, join me next time when the leader of the Phantom Thieves, aka Joker, takes on Giorno Giovanna, the son of Dio Brando, or Jonathan Joestar, depending on how you guys want to look at it. I just see it more as Dio. Or, in other words, Persona versus JoJo.